Today, Pokemon Go is here to make you a kid again, and then to make that kid get some damn fresh air. This is CheckPoint.
Welcome to CheckPoint 201, where it means we're rolling out some new improvements. For example, I got new lipstick.
That's it?
Well, yeah.
Well, I don't get anything.
Well, I offered you the lipstick and you said no.
Fair. In celebration of Nintendo's 30th anniversary of Mario creative lead Shigeru Miyamoto took the time to answer some long-standing questions about the series and bust or confirm a few myths surrounding pop culture's most popular plumber. As it turns out, Mario was indeed named after the landlord who owned the Nintendo of America warehouse. Boos are not the ghosts of dead bob-ombs, and yes, Super Mario 3 was all just a stage show. When asked who Bowser Jr.'s mother was, Miyamoto just pointed at himself, so Nintendo is also embracing non-traditional families. Neat.
Hey, do you like Splatoon? Well, if you love Splatoon, you might love this terrible Disney Infinity ripoff, Squid Wars. You don't play as a squid or anything, you just get a paint gun, and you don't get to swim in your own paint, you just walk around shooting paint like a boring old non-squid. But if your team wins, you do get to be the squiddiest kid on the block, at least according to the game's description, which is just, oh, wow. Public reaction to this new game mode has been mostly just confused because Squid Wars isn't just a shameless ripoff, it's also a shitty game. But there is a lesson to be learned in all of this. If you're trying to demoralize people into quitting their jobs, it's okay to use your middle manager powers to force them to create a garbage, soulless clone of an actually good game. Just don't actually release it to the public after they're done.
Last week, Nintendo and the Pokémon Company revealed an augmented reality game called Pokémon Go, and response has been calm and measured. By which I of course mean people are going nuts over the idea of finding Pokémon in the real world. Co-developed by Niantic, the company responsible for the popular AR game Ingress, the trailer reveals very little about the actual gameplay, but looks to share a lot with geocaching. A notification on your phone will alert you there is a Pokemon nearby, and then you can go and catch it using your phone's app, or kind of a watch-like peripheral thing that Nintendo is making. We think the idea there is that a kid can wear the watch all the time, but the parents can use the app on their phone to control when Pokemon show up, which seems like a solid plan. But Pokemon has a lot of fans who are technically adults, so we're a little worried you might start hearing, "Excuse me, ma'am, can we come into your house for a moment? You have a Clefairy in your dining room and we need to catch them all."
Riot has finally unveiled their long-awaited report card system, a new, more efficient way of dealing with toxic players. The system will pick up on the usual asshat go-tos, homophobia, racism, sexism, death threats, but it could also find persistent negative behaviors and even feeders. So basically, if you act like a turd hammock, immediately after your match ends, you'll see a large message explaining what your punishment is, why you're being punishment, and then the coup de grace, the proof, copies of the in-game chat logs where you call somebody a cum-gargling taint huffer for not playing perfectly all the time.
Chair Entertainment, the subsidiary of Epic, is celebrating the 5th anniversary of their acclaimed mobile series Infinity Blade in two ways. One, Infinity Blade 3 is free right now. And two, they're giving away 7,600 digital assets from the series. Most of the assets are from the cancelled hack-and-slash spin-off Infinity Blade Dungeons and are free to use, no strings attached, in Unreal Engine 4 projects. So, how long until someone just makes Infinity Blade Dungeons?
You know what, though? Infinity Blade made a ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
So in all those assets, I could make an Infinity Blade. You could make an Infinity Blade. We could infinite Infinity Blades!
That seems like a terrible idea.
Alright, that's an awesome idea.
You're fired.
You can't fire me. I have new lipstick. Coming up. After 28 days, Twitch Plays Dark Souls has beaten Ornstein and Smo, generally considered to be the game's toughest bosses. Even better, with the current turn-based voting control system, they sprinted through the 4-minute, 51-second fight in only 4 hours. Surely Twitch speedruns Dark Souls can't be far behind.
I mean, with the turn-based system, you'd almost be for sure to get, like, it's practically tool-assisted. You could get a frame-perfect speedrun nearly every time if it was, one person doing it.
Oh, absolutely.
Hello, CheckPoint fans! A reminder that CheckPoint, much like everything we do, is now supported by you directly through Patreon. Please check it out. We would really appreciate it.